The No Fate channel, checking in. On this episode of Audio Nomad, I'm going to be talking about audible.com. What it is, how it works, how much it costs, why I believe it is the best source for audiobooks out there, and how I've used it and enjoyed it myself. And most importantly, at the very end, I'm going to talk to you about how you can work the system to not only enjoy audible.com, but save as much money as possible. So if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because then we will be officially best friends. On this channel, I simply help out dads and moms be great parents to their kids and still accomplish their own personal goals. As a parent, as anyone with a busy lifestyle, you know that free time is extremely hard to come by, and often we just don't have the means to sit down and enjoy reading a book without distraction. And that's why audiobooks are so popular, and that's why audiobooks are so convenient, because you can just use them, listen to them, and enjoy them on the go, whether it's when you're in your car, whether it's when you're traveling for work, whether it's when you're multitasking, when you're doing like a bunch of mindless work on your computer that doesn't really involve any thinking. You can listen to that book in the background, and you can, unlike a book, you don't have to kind of get back into the thick of things. With an audiobook, you simply just turn it on and you go, and it's easy to start and stop, a lot easier than, say, a physical book would be, where you kind of have to sit down, kind of get into the mood, get into that relaxation point before you can really take that book in. Audible.com, the 2,000-pound gorilla in the audio market, the king of the hill, the top of the heap. Why are they the biggest? Well, number one reason is that they are owned by Amazon.com. And the second reason is that they do absolutely everything correct. They do everything right. How does Audible.com work? I'm going to give you a brief overview without getting into the weeds, just for the sake of time. You get a subscription from any length of time, from 1 month pay as you go, or up to a year. Obviously, the longer the subscription, the more money you tend to save per month. I'm going to talk about savings and cost at the very end. You get that subscription, and typically with the basic subscription, you get one book, one token. That token is good for any of the book in their entire library, and they've got a massive library. And ideally, with that token, you want to kind of gear it towards the more expensive of the books that you're interested in. Reason being, if you know that one token can get you a $6 book and it can get you a $30 book, obviously you want to kind of lean towards that $30 higher end price tag. Also, with your basic subscription, you are allowed to choose 2 of their free offerings. Every month they put out 6 new offerings that are just simply free books that you can pick 2 of. And from my experience, usually there's one of those offerings that interests you and one that's kind of interesting, but regardless, they're free, so you can pick them. And then what's nice about having a subscription, you can then save, if you want to buy additional books out of pocket, you can then save 30% off of their base price. So that's why you tend to pick the more expensive book with your free token. And then if you're interested in cheaper books, you can buy that. And again, with that subscription comes a reduced price of 30%. What's nice about Audible and what separates them for some of the other competition is their selection. They have a massive selection. I mean, if you think of a book that's ever existed, they probably have it in audio form. Oftentimes, they've got multiple readers of that audiobook. So if someone's voice kind of rubs you the wrong way, you can go through different iterations of that book to see which person is going to kind of give you the best voice for that audiobook that you choose. Another thing that's really nice about audible.com, and this is the thing that I really love about them, and this really shows the value that they have with audible.com, is once you buy a book, you own it for the rest of your life. Whether you cancel your subscription or not, doesn't matter. You own that book forever. So you buy one book on day one, 6 years from now, you want to reread that book, you don't have to pay any more money. You own that book. And that includes that goes for any book that you buy, any book that you use for a token, and any book that you get for free. As I mentioned, those 2 free offerings per month. Another great benefit of audible.com, and it shows why they just simply do everything so well, is that if you get a book and you listen to it, and for whatever reason, you didn't like it, okay? You get kind of like halfway through, and the book just didn't turn out very good, or the author kind of went off on a tangent, whatever the reason may be, you can call audible.com up and they will just credit your account. They'll take the book back, they'll give you your token or your money back, and you move on with your life. And that's really nice because, let's face it, sometimes you take a flyer on a book, you think it sounds good, it looks good, and you get like 30 pages in and it's just horrible. And that's a nice way so you know that your money, your investment is protected. Before I talk about my personal experience with audible.com, let's talk about cost. Obviously, it's not free, but I believe there's a ton of value with regards to the audiobooks that you get from audible.com. First and foremost, they love new customers. If you've never used Audible before in your life, you can sign up for free. They typically will give every new customer the first month free, but they do offer different promotions. From time to time, they offer really good promotions where you can get like 3 months for like $8 a month. And their promotions change and vary with time. It all depends on if you've been a previous customer before. It all depends on what time of the year it is. And there's different promotions at any one time. So you might see one promotion, and I would highly suggest you Google audible.com promotions to see if there's any better promotions out there. Typically, the longer the subscription that you buy, the better, the more premium plan that you buy, the lower the cost is per month or per book, depending on how you really want to work the numbers out. Overall, I would suggest before you commit to that long, year-long membership, and before you commit to those ultra premium memberships, use audible.com for the first month. Get that free month out of the way and get a feel for how quickly you're going through the books, how well you like the experience, and how often you might be using it. Audible.com has a ton of value when you consider that one book that even if you pay out of pocket might cost you $10 to $15, depending on the book you get. That book can run for 14 or up to like 25 hours of actual audio time. So you're getting a lot of value in terms of content for your purchase. And again, keep in mind, you own those books for the rest of your life. I will say personally, I'm able to get through 1 or 2 books a month, so the basic plan works for me. Now, keep in mind, before you commit to a full year membership, there's a couple things that Audible does that really gives you a reason not to get that full membership. One thing that they do is they offer promotions on the front end for people who sign up to like 4 months, 5 months. You can sign up for like $7 a month membership or even $10 a month membership. A really good deal. I think their basic plan, if you just go month to month without any type of deal, is like $15 a month, which is still a good deal, still a lot of value. But obviously, hey, you want to save as much as possible. Another thing that they will do if you cancel your account, again, you still have access to all your previous audiobooks. You still have access to the app, which is very good. If you cancel your account, they will then email you from time to time promotional deals, okay? Because they want to bring back your business. And that is a great way to kind of build up a reserve. As an example, I have like 3 or 4 books that I've got with my previous membership. I canceled my account. I'm using those books, enjoying those books. I haven't finished going through them. And towards the end of that last book, I'm going to look for deals and then re-up my account. Another thing that they do often from time to time, on top of offering really good membership deals, is that they offer tokens at a reduced price. So obviously, if you go out and buy 1 token, I think you pay like 10 or 15 bucks. The price changes. But from time to time, they will offer like, say, 8 tokens or 10 tokens at a flat fee of like $8 a token, which is an absolute steal. And that's a great way to grab those tokens at a really good cost. Then you can buy all the books that you want with those tokens, build up that audio library, and then end your membership when it runs out rather than extending your membership. And you still have access to those books. So basically, you're deferring your membership until those books run out. And then you can pick up another membership at again, one of their deals, one of their offerings that they put out there. And it's a great way to kind of cycle on and cycle off, but still have access to awesome audio content. My experience with audible.com has been absolutely excellent. I've been able to work the system to my satisfaction, and I think I've gotten a very good return on my investment. In terms of what I did, I signed up for a 4-month stint with audible.com for their basic plan with a great package. I only paid $7 a month for those 4 months. And during the 3rd month, they offered a package with I think it was like 4 or 5 tokens for a really low price. I picked those up, and I have a nice library of audiobooks that I'm still working through. When the 4 months was up, I canceled my subscription, and I'm just enjoying those audiobooks. As far as the audiobooks themselves go, they are high quality. You can do a few things with those audiobooks. You can download them to your phone, you can download them to your computer, your tablet. As long as you have the app, you can just download them. They don't take up much space in today's day and age where people have like massive amounts of storage on their computers, on their phones. So you can just download them and there's no lag time. As far as the actual production of the audio quality, very, very good. I personally picked up Harry Potter, the Harry Potter books. We've all read the books, we've all seen the movies, and I've really enjoyed the actual readings of the books with the different voices of the different characters. It's been something I've really enjoyed to listen to while I multitask. I've done it while I've driven. I've listened to it while I've done the dishes, while I've raked the yard. It's just something nice to have in the background, especially where I've already read the books before. It's just a different way to experience the Harry Potter books, but there's multiple books like that. One of the free books that I was able to pick up, and again, oftentimes we think of those 6 free books that they offer per month as something that's like, who cares? But they do have some very nice offerings. One of the books that I picked up that I thought was going to be an absolute dud was Treasure Island, right? It's a super old book, but the way that they did the production of it with a lot of nuances in the background noise and with regards to some of the sound effects really gave a whole different experience than just simply reading the book itself. Overall, I have been extremely happy with audible.com. The value in the purchase prices is super high. Oftentimes when you look at those initial purchase prices of those books, we kind of get scared away. But I would not worry about it because, again, you're not really paying that full price per book. You're going to be getting a subscription. You're going to be using your tokens. And on top of that, you can buy additional tokens for a reduced price, which is definitely the way to go. I've been a huge fan. I'm going to continue to be a huge fan. And when this last Harry Potter book that I'm listening to runs out, I am going to renew my subscription for probably another 3 or 4 month stint and let it ride there. Overall, I think it's an absolute great value. I think the product is good, and I think audible.com stands behind their product 110%, especially where, again, once you buy the books, you own them forever. You can re-listen to them as many times as you want. And if you're into self-help books, if you're into business books, if you're into educational books, that's really good because oftentimes it's good to hear those books again and again and again to drive those points home. Hopefully this video you found informative. I'm hoping to do more audiobook reviews in the future, more book reviews in the future. Drop a comment below. Let me know what type of book videos you want to see. Do you want to see a top 5 of my favorite books? Do you want to see my top 5 favorite business books? Do you want to see my top 2 audio books that I'm a huge fan of? Hey, just drop a comment below. Let me know what you want to see in future videos, and I will make it happen. If you've come this far in the video, thanks for watching. I'm going to put an Amazon affiliate link to Audible in the description below. How does it work? You click on the link. You can either buy Audible, you can get a free version of Audible, you can buy whatever you want on Amazon. It simply helps me out and it doesn't cost you anything. If you came this far in the video, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below so that now we can be best friends. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you be a great parent to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I provide ideas and insights to help you save time, money, and your sanity. 3 things that are in short supply for every parent out there.